to
This is Isaac and Zeb here.
welcome to Golf It. Well, actually, I think this video is going to be entitled Storytime.
This is Storytime. I'm Isaac and Zeb in one marriage.
That is incorrect. No. That is no. Trust me, you don't want to marry him. All right, you want me to go ahead and start the match?
I don't think I'll need my fan for this. Yeah.
All right, so what we are going to be doing here today is we have 3 stories to tell you. One of those stories is not a true story. That was way too hard. Two of the stories are true. One of the stories is false. We don't know which one is true and which one is false. So we'll just be playing some golf while we tell these stories, and at the end of the video, we're gonna try to guess what we're gonna try to guess which of the other person's story was a false story, and then in the next video, or you guys try to guess it in the comments, and in the next video we'll tell you which one was the false one. So Zeb, would you like to go first? Do you have a story ready, or would you like me to go first?
No, I do not want to go first, but I will if you want me to.
I would appreciate it, but if you really don't want to, then it's fine with me.
So, do I tell all the stories or just one to start with?
Yeah, just tell one to start with, and then I'll tell one, and then you can
Birdie!
tell one.
Okay. So... Alright, you tell a story.
Okay, so...
I forgot mine.
Dang it. Zeb, have I told you the story about me losing my pants at the Daly's house?
No.
So, okay. So, Zeb, you animal, get in that hole. No!
Alright, continue.
Alright, so when this was maybe like, I think I was 11 or 12. So what happened was I went over to the Dailies in the middle of the summer. They have a big pool. It's a big pool. It's a nice pool, and it just so happens that when I was 11 or however old I was, I was going over because I was gonna play with one of my friends, but I did not have my swimming trunks. So I went over there. We were wanting to swim, so his mom gave me a pair of swimming trunks. They were not my friends, so they were not my size. They were actually his older brother, who was, I think, maybe 17 at the time. So I get into the pool. I'm wearing these swimming trunks that are like 3 sizes too big for me. It's not good. It's no bueno. I managed to hang on for a little bit, but I jump in at one point, and my pants just come right off. Like, they're just right off. And the worst part was, the person assigned to watch us swim was my friend's sister, whom I had a big crush on at the time. I lost my pants. I was in my underwear. I couldn't find them. They were like at the bottom of the pool. I looked up, and she just like got up and went inside and didn't say anything.
And you're a bad swimmer, right?
And I'm a horrible swimmer. So like I couldn't even get to my pants. But then like that wasn't even necessarily the worst part. The worst part was that his mom came outside. I think I'd gotten my pants on by the time his mom came out. You stroked out. But anyways. Oh! Oh! No, I'm on another course. I'm on the last course. But yeah, his mom came outside, and and she started offering suggestions like, oh, you can I could just put a rubber band around it's a horrible shot. I can just put a rubber band around these pants or whatever. We can do something to make them work. Or you can just go ahead and you could just wear your underwear. People wear Speedos. I'm like, no, really don't want to be having this conversation. Really don't want to be here. Don't lose your pants in your friend's swimming pool, especially when you like your friend's sister. It's,
that sounds like the worst thing ever. By the way, you're doing terrible.
I'm not doing well here.
All right.
Okay, so that's my first story. It may be a lie. It may not be a lie. You can decide for yourself. All right, Zeb, I'm gonna finish this hole while you're thinking of a story to tell.
I've got one.
You've got one. All right. Just hold on. It's one that I've never heard before. Hopefully.
Well, you might have heard it.
Finally. Took me 10 strokes. That one did. Let's just line this one up.
I hate you.
I hate you.
That was gonna be a hole in one.
It was not actually.
No, it was. I was rolling.
Hole in 2. Par.
That was gonna be a hole in one. I was rolling right up to the hole, and you just hit me right out of the way.
Oh, Kobe.
All right, so you know I worked at that summer camp over the summer, right?
Yeah.
So
Camp Butt Shield.
yeah, sure. So while I was there, all the different staff members, they're crazy people. One of them was gay.
Sure.
And I didn't know that at first when I got there. I had known the guy. I've known him for like 3 years, and I never knew he was gay. And I was hanging out with him, and someone asked me if I was gay. I was like, no, why would you say that? And he was like, because you're hanging out with that guy. So I figured out he was gay about halfway through the summer. And it came to the very last week, and all the staff were pretty much gone. It was me, him, and this one other girl. And we were sitting around, you know, talking and stuff. And suddenly he starts talking about another staff member who turned out he was also gay.
Okay.
And he was like, the reason he was talking about how he was mad all summer because that guy was mean to him after they talked about having a relationship or something like that. I didn't really get the gist of it. I wasn't paying full attention.
What?
Yeah. I didn't really pay attention, but so he asked me what he should do. And
What'd you say?
I've never been more tongue-tied, confused about what to say.
Wait. Explain it a little bit better. Wait, what was he exactly asking you help about?
Well, he was like, he was mean to me at the beginning of the summer, but then he talked about maybe we could have a relationship later, but I don't want this to break up between me and him. What should I do? It was basically everything in a nutshell.
So it was the predicament of, should I date my friend, I guess? Or like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've been there.
Me, being the straight person I am, I gave him advice by telling him what I would do with a girl. How I was with a girl.
And you're probably, I'd say, the worst one?
The absolute worst one. Well, I don't know. Better than you.
No, probably not, I'd say. Maybe in that situation.
That was probably the most awkward moment of my life.
Wait. What did you end up saying?
Well, I told him, like, how I would do a girl. I was just like, be nice, talk to him and stuff, you know.
So did you like him?
Yeah, I guess so. It was really awkward. I didn't want to talk about it. But it turned out I was talking to him later, and apparently him and that guy are now talking like regularly and stuff, and all like, I don't know, but they live like 2 hours away
From each other?
Yeah.
So you think it's all worked out? Maybe.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know if they're gonna get to see each other at camp because the one guy crashed into a fence or something.
Crashed into...
Yeah. Camp staff.
Ah! Finally!
Why'd you have to make that in?
Because I failed. Yeah, turn the fan on.
Yeah, I had to turn it on. It was getting really hot.
Yeah. That background noise, by the way, Zeb's fan for his computer.
I have a real big one.
Yeah.
I'm
A
not
big
sure.
one. Oh gosh. So is that the end of your story? Is there anything?
Yeah, that's the
along
end of my story.
Okay. Oh gosh.
That explains my love life.
That is. Hopefully, I don't think that's your love life.
Well,
Well,
I don't have one for myself. So.
that's true. So you got to be involved in
Others.
the most adjacent gay person's life you possibly can.
He's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong.
Well, no, you didn't make him seem like he's not a nice guy.
He's just
It was just awkward.
gay,
Yeah.
which is nothing wrong with or something like
You need to stop.
that. I need to just be
Yeah.
quiet.
My favorite thing that you've said was, "Did I just? Did I just hear a clink? Oh no!" Go in. Thank you. That was excellent. That was really good. Kobe! Let's go, baby! Hole in one, ego. Okay. Trying to find a story. Oh yes, this is the one that I was going to tell. So you know how I worked at the car wash, right?
Working at the car wash.
Yeah, we love it when people play that song.
Do they actually?
Yes, one girl did it the other day, and the manager was like not having it. Like like a group of teenagers came through just playing that song, just being annoying. Zeb, you absolute aim.
No. I was like, give me a selector.
No.
Oh.
What stroke are you on?
5.
Alright. So you know how I work at the car wash, right?
Yeah.
There are obviously people that have been... I pressed the wrong button.
Did you just reset?
I did. What stroke are you on again? Zeb?
7th.
I'm not doing too bad then. Did you just make it?
No. Dang it.
Was that
Alright. So you're working at the car wash.
working at the car wash?
Lowly.
This one
grimy
guy...
place.
Yeah. This one guy was telling me that we have these like really good like water guns that we use to spray down the car. They're called prep jets. No, that was way off.
There's a secret hole on this one. You see it in the barrel?
Wait. Oh.
When you go up, you can see it. Never mind. You didn't go high enough.
I didn't go high.
I went all the way over and landed in it.
Yeah. What stroke? How many strokes did it take?
I don't know. I think it took 4. Or maybe I'm looking at yours.
You're
Anyways, so you're working at the car wash. Continue your story.
One of the prep guns is really powerful. One of the prep guns is relative. It's still powerful, but it's kind of weak in comparison. So the the one that was really powerful was on the driver's side that one day, and this really old lady had her back window rolled down just a little bit. So the guy that was washing the car, he didn't see it. He didn't see the window roll down because sometimes you just can't. And oh my goodness, I'm going to murder myself.
You just went back to the bottom.
I am back at the bottom. So he was just spraying. It was a long day. He wasn't looking, and he accidentally sprayed into the back of the window. Sprayed into the back of this really old lady's head, and her head flew down and hit the steering wheel of the car. So he basically just bashed her head into the steering wheel of the car, and then she was just like,
this guy.
"That's all right." He's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" She's like, "That's okay, honey. That's okay. I'm not that bad." Hurt. It was insane.
Nice.
That's my story, by the way. Also, jumping is on, just so you know.
Yeah, I realized that. Alright, so.
Last hole.
Well, we can play another map after this.
Yeah, we can. We're only this is only going to be like a 15-minute video because me and you only have 2 stories left.
So, so I told you about that one thing that happened to me because of my medicine on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Did I tell you about the other time it happened to me?
No.
I think I started to.
You did start to.
So
This is an anus of a hole.
I was in my truck and I was going down the road, and you know my truck, it's high and it's loud and stuff. Well, I was going, and I was on that long road down there,
Yeah.
181 or whatever it is, and out of nowhere, it was just silent, and I was still, like not still, but like it was silent. I was low to the ground, and it was dark out. And when I was in my truck, it was bright out. I was like, "What is this?" So I
I'm not gonna acknowledge what just happened.
my brain has stopped. I am stuck.
Last stroke.
I can't talk. Okay, so I was in low, and it got dark, and it was kind of rainy. I was like, "What is happening?" And I looked to my side, and my dad was in the car, and he was laying down asleep. And I looked behind me, and my sister was in the back seat, knitting, sitting in the back seat. And my truck is only a one-seater, and I realized I was in the Civic, which is our other car. And I was driving like the exact same time as I was on Christmas Eve when I was driving home, or driving to my dad's family's house for their Christmas party. And it was like mirrored in that same position down a straight road, except I was in the Civic, and my dad was in there and my sister was in there. And I was like, did I win?
Yeah, you won. You won
By 6 points!
Wait, okay, wait, let me get this straight. So you thought you were driving the Civic, or you thought you were driving the truck?
I thought I was driving the truck, but then I was in the Civic.
So you had a memory, because you were driving the same. Oh, that's
No, I wasn't on the same
weird.
road, but it was the same type of road. It was both two long straight roads, and I went from in the Civic from in the truck, which I actually was, in the Civic. And then I remember just coming out of it as I was passing the dump, because I heard a car pass me.
Oh, so you were actually in the truck.
Yes.
Wait, so you were driving and you just looked and your dad was right
Well,
there?
I was driving in there, and I don't exactly remember, but I think I like blinked a few times or something, and it just changed to where I was in the Civic. I was just going, that scared me. I was like, I gotta get home.
That sounds terrifying.
I don't do drugs. All right, host another game, but on a different map.
Yeah, dude, that sounds. Oh, that was almost such a great shot. Don't you dare. Oh. Anyways, at the car wash. And it's about the end of the day. We're about to go home. We have to put a blower retract. We have to put a blower retract on trucks that have just like crap in the bed of them.
What's a blower retract?
Like, so we have blowers that blow and dry off your car in the car wash, and so we have to turn them off for trucks with stuff in the backs of them.
So if I came, would you put one in the back of my truck?
If it has a bunch of stuff in the back of it, yes.
Like bodies?
Probably. Actually, no, the bodies might be heavy enough. But this guy came through with like 12 trash bags in the back of his car, so obviously we're gonna put blowers on the car.
I deserve that.
I'll put you in a better place than I was in. Woo! So,
Double bogey.
unfortunately, the guy that was loading, I would say, has a little bit of an anger problem. He turned. Also, the guy in the truck had a little bit of an anger problem as well. We turned the blowers off as we were supposed to, but then, like, the guy came through and he stepped out of the truck. He went over and yelled at the guy that was loading, and he was like, "Why'd you put blowers on everything?" The guy that was loading just pointed at me. He's like, "He told me to." This isn't going where you expected it to be going. The guy was still angry at the original man that was loading. He didn't focus his attention on me or anything.
I see you gave up and took mine.
I did. I gave up. But what happened was he was yelling. I couldn't hear him because everything's so loud there. Our positioning is great.
It was.
It took me back to the beginning. Also, I tried it one more time.
I know, I saw your little ball flying over.
Ah! Stop messing up! Anyways.
It's impossible to make it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
impossible.
fairly impossible. Go! Hit me! Hit me!
Alright. So, the guy I'm talking about,
Yeah.
what's happening?
He was angry. I see him waving around, pointing at his truck, and so, oh, I ran out of strokes.
I have one more stroke and I'm
And
going to
he
get it in.
points over at his truck and yells. And I see this, I'd say, maybe like 21, 22.
Ah!
Maybe 21 or 22-year-old girl lean up out of the truck bed. And I don't know how in the world we missed that.
Wait, so you send the girl's in the back of the truck.
The girl's in the back of the truck.
It goes round.
It goes through.
There's a strawberry. Alright, so it goes round, and there's a girl in the back of the truck, and you basically blow her to Kingdom Come.
No, we turned the blowers off. She was like under the trash.
So wait, she goes under and she doesn't get blowed off.
No, because we turned the blowers off because there was trash in the back. But like the guy was yelling at stuff. I guess he wanted the stuff to blow. I don't know what he wanted. He wanted his truck to be dry. But
He was like, I want to clean my toilet. Don't have a shower.
Yeah, we see this girl pop out from the back of the truck.
What did you do?
Textbook. We were dumbfounded. Well, the guy that was you bunched me just a little bit. That annoyed the crap out of me.
There, does that make up for it?
Actually, yeah, that made up for it a lot. But no, the guy that was loading was livid. Like we had to calm him down.
I don't know what that word means.
It means angry.
Okay. That's why I have a 910 on the SAT.
Woo! These last two holes we've just been in there at the same time. But yeah, that was a pretty insane day.
I'm going straight. Oh, nope. Everything seems to happen for you at the car wash.
It does.
Just like everything happens to me at summer camp. When I'm here at home, nothing happens. Just here. Alright, third story.
How did that even happen?
I got in, by the way.
What am I, an idiot?
Yes.
Ah!
What this is about.
What? There's not a rat there!
It kinda is. You okay?
Do I look like I'm okay?
You know, look at the bright side. This is a real pretty place. There's a little bit of a slope on the side of the thing, I think. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my third story.
Zeb, I just stroked out.
Wow! You suck. I'm really encouraged. I should be a motivational speaker.
Hey buddy, fancy meeting you here.
No, do you see where I was?
I did. I was in the same place.
I was past that. I was behind it. In a box.
Come on, make it.
All right, I can't
make
think of a third story. I thought you were gonna hit me. I was like, crap, I've messed up. I kind of want to get put back at the beginning.
So you can try to jump all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Press R.
No.
Oh, I see where you are. Yeah, you're right there. Zeb. If that didn't make it.
So, dang it, I'm an idiot.
What?
Nothing. Story time. Brr. Man, I've told you. What hole are we on? 11. All right, I got some time.
You got some time, yeah. Yay.
So I was at summer camp, okay?
Okay.
And we were playing a game of
Dodgeball?
Gaga ball.
Gaga
They have a Gaga ball pit.
Oh.
And at summer camp, people hit a lot harder than they do at church. So we were playing, and it was like me. I was in there, and there was like 4 staff watching. We're all lifeguards, so we're trained in like stuff like that. So we're playing, and this one real big guy was playing. Like he looked like he worked out all the time. His name was Jared, I think. But we were playing, we're hitting it back and forth and stuff, and me and him were on a team. And there was this one really annoying kid. And he told me, he was like, man, that kid's annoying. I'm going to get him out first next round. Started the round. I served it off. He hits it. And it hit the kid in the head, and the kid collapsed to the ground. Okay. When we go over to check him, he had spinal injury from getting hit in the head with a Gaga ball. We had to put him on a stretcher and drag him out of the Gaga ball pit.
Wait. How does he get a spinal injury from being hit in the face?
Do you know what a spinal injury is? It can be like your neck breaking or anything like that. I just messed up.
I did as well. We both just went tumbling. Gotta split the difference. Oh, that was not enough. Oh, that was too much.
No. So what ended up happening is we had to take a stretcher and like a head brace, and the kid couldn't see for some reason. Like after he got hit,
yeah,
we had to put him on a stretcher, and this was like the skinniest kid ever. And he was like, "My dad, I can't see, oh my neck and stuff." So we put him on the stretcher.
The whiner.
And there's this doctor there. His name's Turtle or something like that. I don't remember his name. But he's worked there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And he walked over and was looking over, and he looks up at me and he's like, "Mm-mm." And I was like, "Mm-mm." Like I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
He's kind of a scary guy. He was like, "The kid's lying," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "The kid's lying." So the doctor then starts getting rough with him, for spinal injuries, we're taught like you got to be super careful, otherwise you can like paralyze them for life.
Obviously, yeah.
Well, that sucks. So what we did was we were putting him on the stretcher. The old doctor's out there, and instead of like being careful and everything, he grabs the kid by the head, and he takes like one of those collars, pulls up his head, slips that thing underneath, and then he just starts duct taping it to the kid's neck.
Wait, duct tape what to the kid's neck?
Like a neck brace. So the kid's like stuck like this with like an inch of duct tape on the front of it because his neck was too small. And me and the other lifeguards are looking at each other like, what are we supposed to do? And they put him on the stretcher and they're getting him out. And they're like, me and the other lifeguards are being all careful and stuff. And the doctor's like setting him down and picking him back up like multiple times and stuff. Like, then they had the camp like head of director and stuff like that out there. And the doctor's still not being careful with him. And the director was like, shouldn't you not move him so much? And like, yeah, and stuff like being blatantly obvious. It turned out the kid was lying, but it was so funny because we didn't know what to do. And the doctor's just sitting there like roughhousing this poor kid. I was like, man, it would have been better to have a neck injury or something. I don't know. But man.
Dang. Well, it wouldn't have been better to have a neck injury. It would have been better to not get roughhoused by a doctor is what would happen there.
Well, that's the Boy Scouts for you. You suck it up and take it.
Okay. That's yeah.
No.
What?
I don't know. I'm just being weird.
Is that what? I feel like you knew what I was about to say.
I feel like you know what I said.
I don't actually know what you said.
That's good.
Okay, so
That's where I
which story was your lie?
You really want me to say?
Huh? No. I'm not. I'm saying that as contemplating myself.
Oh, are you gonna guess right now, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess right now, and you're gonna guess right now.
You'll never guess it.
I'll never guess it.
You'll never guess it.
I'll never guess it. Okay.
I think I can guess yours though.
Maybe. You might not be able to. All right. So my guess for Zeb's fake. I'm gonna say the last one is Zeb's fake story. I'm gonna say that with the utmost confidence that the last one is Zeb's fake story. That is my final answer. I may be wrong. I may be right. But I don't know. I feel like you took so long to think up that one. However, it does have a lot of details in it that. I don't know. I'm gonna say the last one. That's my final answer. What about you?
I'm gonna say it's the one where the lady hit her head against the steering wheel.
Is my my fake one?
Yep.
Well, I guess
16 of you will know next time. Salty about that.
Let's go with 8 because 8 people watched our last video. I think it was
8.
8.
You guys are slackers.
But we got 25 on Dead by Daylight Part 1.
Well, everyone likes Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
I hate the size.
Actually, I think our latest video, the one that has 8, is Dead by Daylight Part 2.
Dead by Daylight Part 1 was amazing.
It was very good.
This music is triggering me. I'll just.
Music.
Can you hear it? You said your audio wasn't really working at
Alright, well, what hole are we on?
17.
Oh, we're on the last hole. We might as well finish out this one. Zeb, I'm gonna need you to do worse than you could possibly imagine.
Oh! That wasn't that impressive.
Nah, not really. Oh, so the next hole is our last hole. Alright.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I can. If you press tab, you can see the scoreboard.
No, I mean, like, look at my screen. Look at that in the distance.
The what? Like the big factory-looking thing?
That looks really weird.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, just like the pumping.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
That was so close to a hole-in-one.
I think I'm in.
Hole-in-two.
Oh, it's out of
Eagle.
bounds. Oh, I almost Kobe'd.
You know you'd bounce out if you went in.
Maybe I would.
Let's go, dorky.
No! What? How did that even happen? Yeah, I'm not gonna win. You're gonna take this one.
So are you gonna tell me
Ayo.
what your fake one is, or do I have to wait till the next video?
You've guessed, right?
Yep.
Well,
I said
let's
it's the
see.
one where the lady hit her head against the steering wheel.
One the lady hit her. So your
Two
guess is my
for
second.
two.
So your guess is my second one, and my guess is your third one.
Yep.
Well, I guess you guys will know next time if we ever put out one of these other videos again.
Well, we don't have to do it in a golf.
Yeah, we don't have to do it in a golf.
We could do it in
We could.
7 days.
I mean, it should probably be in our next story time video.
Okay.
Is what I would imagine. Well,
bye.
thank you guys for watching. If you did, please watch other videos and just
Like and subscribe.
like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that stuff, and goodbye.
You're so annoying.